Hello everyone, here is Bhavana. In this video, I am going to discuss the topic generation and conduction of nerve impulse. This topic is from the chapter Neural Control and Coordination, and it is regarded difficult to understand. I'll try to teach it in an easy way. Please listen carefully. Let's begin our session. In our body, there are two excitable cells. One is neuron and other is muscle. These are excitable cells because the membranes are in polarized state. Polarized state is maintenance of polarity, that is positive and negative charge. See, this is the neuronal membrane and there is a polarity like this, positive and negative charge. So by maintaining this polarity, the membranes are in a polarized state, and this polarity is maintained by certain ion channels present on the neuronal membrane. These are ion channels, voltage gate channels of sodium and potassium, leakage channels of sodium and sodium potassium pump. These ion channels are selectively permeable to different ions. Selectively permeable means they allow only certain kind of ions. Our plasma membrane is selectively permeable membrane, we tell, right? So in the same manner, the ion channels are also selectively permeable to certain ions. These channels will allow those ions only. So by their permeability, they will allow certain ions, and in this way they maintain outside positive and inside negative, that is they maintain the polarity. Okay, and in the resting state, axonal membrane is more permeable to K plus ions and nearly impermeable to Na plus and negatively charged proteins in exoplasm. Let's analyze this sentence. In the resting state, means the neuron is not conducting any impulse. In that state, the axonal membrane, this is the axonal membrane. Okay, this is the exoplasm. Actually, this is the axon. This is the extracellular environment, and this is the exoplasm. This is the axonal membrane. So in the resting state, this membrane is more permeable to K plus ions. Means permeable means allowing. Okay, permeable means simply allowing. So the membrane will allow K plus ions. It is more permeable to K plus ions, means the membrane will allow K plus ions. As a result, whatever K plus ions are present outside the axon will go inside. So they will be present inside the membrane, inside the axon. See, K plus ions are these. Whatever K plus ions are there outside, they'll go inside, and nearly impermeable to Na plus and negatively charged proteins in exoplasm. Nearly impermeable means not allowing. So it will not allow Na plus ions. It will not allow these Na plus ions to go inside. As a result, whatever Na plus ions are there outside, they'll remain outside only. They can't go inside. So whatever the positive charge, Na plus means it is a positively charged ion, right? Cation it is. So these cations will stay outside and the positive charge will develop outside only. And it is impermeable to also negatively charged proteins. See, this is the exoplasm. In the exoplasm, there are negatively charged proteins. These are all negatively charged proteins. These proteins are also not permeable. Means if they want to go outside, this membrane should allow. So as it is not permeable to these proteins, they can't go outside. As a result, they will stay in exoplasm only. So there is a negative charge inside. No doubt there are K plus ions also, but majority is negatively charged proteins, and the net charge will be negative inside, and the outside, as cations are more, the net charge will be positive. So as based on this permeability of ion channels, the polarity is meant outside positive, inside negative. And as there is a polarity here, there will be, whenever there is a polarity, like in our battery also there is a positive terminal and negative terminal. Here also there is a polarity. As there is a polarity, the potential difference will be developed here, and this potential difference is known as resting potential. In the resting state, whatever the polarity is there, it is known as resting potential. And there is ionic gradients also. See, Na plus ions are more outside and less inside, and K plus ions are more inside, less outside. So according to the general principle of physiology, any substance should move from higher concentration to lower concentration. So according to principle, if we analyze the Na plus ions, as they are more outside, they should go from outside to inside. But the reverse process takes place by sodium potassium pump. What sodium potassium pump does is, it will take export 3 Na plus outward and import 2 K plus inwards. What sodium potassium pump, it is also a ion channel. What it does is, it will export whatever the Na plus ions are there inside in the exoplasm. Actually, they will not be present. If present also, they'll present in a little amount. So those, it will export 3 Na plus outward and import 2 K plus inward. So it is against the concentration gradient, and if we analyze this, it is exporting 3 Na plus outward and 2 K plus inward. So as a net, if we see, it is exporting one positive charge outside. Already there is negative charge inside, it is exporting one positive charge outside, so there will be more negative charge inside and more positive charge outside. So polarity is maintained by sodium potassium pump also. This is important, 3Na plus outward and 2K plus inwards. This is important, remember this. Okay. And the next, whenever the stimulus is applied, okay, whenever the impulse is applied, the total axon, it will not occur at a time, it will be occur part by part, this part, this part, this part, this part. Okay, see, first this is the assume this is axon hillock, means after cell body axon hillock will be present, then axon. So from cell body the impulse is transferred to the first part, transfer to the first part. Whenever the impulse is applied, what happens is there will be a change in permeability at the membrane. So what happens is the membrane will be more permeable to Na plus. More permeable means it is allowing the Na plus ions. So whatever the Na plus ions are there outside, it will go inside. As they are going inside, the positive charge will be developed inside and the negative charge will be developed outside. So here the polarity is reversed. The polarity of membrane at site A is reversed. This is, assume this as site A. So the polarity is reversed. Why polarity is reversed? Because Na plus are going inside. So as the polarity is reversed, this is known as depolarization. This site A is depolarized. The membrane is depolarized. Depolarized means excitation. Okay. And but if we see at site B, there is positive charge outside and negative charge inside, means the impulse is not arrived at this site. And here there is a potential difference again, positive inside, negative outside, and it is in the excitation state. This potential is known as action potential or nerve impulse also. Nerve impulse, electrical potential difference across plasma membrane at site A. At site A, what is the potential difference is there? That is known as action potential, and it is also known as nerve impulse. And see, according to the current mechanics, the current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal at site B. Means site B is just ahead of the site A, where impulse is taking place. Means where the polarity is reversed, where the depolarization took place. Just beside that site, we are assuming it as site B. At site B, the positive charge is present outside and the negative charge is present inside. According to the current mechanics, the current should flow from positive charge to negative charge, positive terminal to negative terminal. So at outer side, outside positive charge to negative charge, like this current should flow. So at outside, the current flows from site B to site A, and inside the positive charge at site A, negative charge at site B. So inside, the current flows from site A to site B. Once again listen. At site B, there is positive charge outside and negative charge inside. So, and at site A, negative charge outside and positive charge inside. Current should flow from positive to negative terminal. Inside, the current will flow positive to negative. Means from where if we consider the locations, from site A to site B, it is going positive to negative, site A to site B inside. Okay, inside site A to site B. Outside, positive to negative, site B to site A, site B to site A. Okay, let's read the sentence. Current flows on inner surface from site A to site B, site A to site B, and on outer surface from site B to site A, outer surface site B to site A. Analyze this, it will be easy by choosing this diagram. You try to explain yourself, it will be easy for you. And this is the important line of Ncert. This is about the polarity. As current is flowing from site A to site B inside this positive charge is transferring here. So the positive charge will be developed inside at site B, and outside the current is flowing from site B to site A. So this positive charge is transferred here and the negative charge develops outside at site B. See, this will be at the location at site B will be like this. Outside negative and inside positive will be developed. Again, this is the same as site A when it is excited, depolarized. So again, this part will be depolarized. In the same way how current is transferred from site A to site B, from site B to site C also the same pathway takes place, and this process is continue along the length of the axon, and consequently the nerve impulse is generated and it is transferred to other neuron via synapse. This process will be continued, and at site A, if we look, there is a rise in permeability to Na plus, right? But the rise in permeability for Na plus is extremely short lived. After that, there is a rise in permeability to K plus ions. And in the resting state also, there is a more permeability for K plus ions. In the same way, there will be rise in permeability to K plus ions. So whatever the K plus ions present in the axoplasm at site A, they will be transferred outwards to maintain the positive charge outward. That is the resting membrane situation, right? So whatever the K plus ions present in the axoplasm, they will be transferred outside. So whatever the positive charge is present inside, it is exporting outward. So more positive charge will be developed outside, and the negative charge will be present inside. It will be same as the resting membrane. This site A will become once more responsive to further stimulation, and this process will be continued at every impulse. Okay, this is about generation and conduction of nerve impulse. After watching this video, immediately read Ncert. If you analyze the lines of Ncert, it's very important to analyze the lines, and understanding every line of Ncert is very important for the Neet examination. And read and revise Ncert how many times as possible. I hope this video is informative for you. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Subscribing takes only a couple of seconds for you, but it adds more value to me. Thanks for watching.